Finding Nemo might harbor a dark message based on an intriguing fan theory surrounding the plot of the 2003 Pixar movie. Directed by Andrew Stanton, Finding Nemo marked the fifth feature film in the animation studio's history. With a voice cast that included Albert Brooks, Ellen DeGeneres, Alexander Gould, and Willem Dafoe, the story featured Marlin the clownfish embarking on a journey to locate his missing son, Nemo. Though the movie was a bona fide hit with viewers of all ages, the truth in Marlin's search for Nemo may have been bleaker than initially thought. Aside from the Pixar shared universe theory, which connects all existing Pixar installments into one combined world, there are several notable Finding Nemo theories. In fact, there's a supposed theory linking Finding Nemo to Toy Story 3, particularly Andy's sister Molly. Viewers were quick to notice Molly reading a magazine that featured Darla Sherman, the dentist's niece from Finding Nemo, on the cover. There was also a popular belief suggesting Dory had short-term memory loss due to watching her family die. That didn't turn out to be the case based on the events of Finding Dory, which followed the regal blue tang fish reunite with her parents. Granted, the situation surrounding Dory in the original movie wasn't the only grim theory to surround a core character. Another dark Pixar theory suggests the animated film, predominantly set under the sea, is meant to showcase the tragic loss in the eyes of a husband and father. More specifically, the theory posits that Nemo never existed in the movie and instead was a figment of Marlin the clownfish's imagination. The name Nemo suspiciously translates to no one or nobody in Latin, which means the title of the Pixar movie could be called Finding No One. Here's everything to know about this incredibly dark Marlin-Nemo theory. Marlin lost his whole family in the Barracuda attack. The particular Pixar fan theory presents the idea that Marlin the clownfish truly lost his wife and soon-to-be children to a Barracuda attack. However, where the plot deviates is the notion one fish egg survived before becoming Nemo in the primary timeline. Instead, there's a belief highlighted in the theory that Marlin made up Nemo after all of the eggs were destroyed as a way to cope with his tragic loss of his family before meeting Dory, a fish with memory loss. In Finding Nemo, Marlin showcased himself as a very overprotective father who would go to great lengths for his family. Granted, his journey in finding his missing son may have been part of the coping mechanism in an effort to overcome his loss, according to the theory. There's also a thought that journey gave Marlin a way to work through his insecurities while learning important life lessons from those he met during his journey. While the theory suggesting Nemo never existed is an interesting one, it seems a bit too bleak for Pixar's standards. Although the studio doesn't shy away from death and loss, the movie wouldn't have focused on sequences told from Nemo's point of view if he never existed. The pair also wouldn't have fit into the Finding Dory sequel if Nemo wasn't a true piece of the story. Even though the theory doesn't have strong legs to stand on, some of the basis for Marlin's journey in Finding Nemo remains true. The rescue mission helps Marlin learn what it means to be the best father he could be to Nemo despite his loss. How Finding Nemo could actually be about the 5 stages of grief. This theory feeds directly into another dark Finding Nemo theory that the movie is about the 5 stages of grief. Even though it's being rethought these days, for the longest time, psychological consensus was that grief is experienced in 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, despair, and acceptance. Denial happens when he chases the butt Nemo touched, yelling "No, no, no, no" at the open air when he pokes his head above the waves trying to see where the boat went. Anger comes when he loses his temper with the dory, and Marlin bargains with multiple sea creatures throughout his ordeal. His despair is palpable during all of the surprisingly dark Finding Nemo, but his dejected acceptance comes as he gives up to go home, right before Dory tracks him down to let him know she'd found Nemo at last. Marlin braves all stages of grief throughout the movie, even if it isn't directly about that. The way Marlin has brought up Nemo also parallels this. His denial when he won't allow Nemo to go to school, his anger when Nemo swims too far, and bargaining when he tries to coax him back all fit the theory that Finding Nemo is dark and very smartly veiled in its exploration of the 5 stages of grief and mourning. Nemo being a figment of Marlin's subconscious makes this all the more believable, with the absent-minded Dory also possibly being a manifestation of Marlin's consciousness as it guides him through the process. Clownfish can change sex if their mating partner dies, so all the female pronoun dialogue aimed at Dory from others could actually have been addressed to Marlin. While this is purely a bit of speculative fun and clearly not true, it does still prove just how deep Pixar's underwater adventure Finding Nemo actually is, as none of these theories require a lot of mental gymnastics to explain. Key release dates: Luca release date 2021, 06/18, Turning Red release date 2022, 03/11.